Hi! Today we'll talk about the circle of fifths. What is it and how can we use it on violin? Now let's go to the beginning of a staff. That's where you'll find sharps or flats or maybe none at all. And this tells us in which key we are playing. So let's take two sharps. Say we've got two sharps at the beginning of a staff. That will tell me we're playing in the key of D, D major. Now it could also be B minor, but let's deal with the minor keys, the minor scales a little bit later on in this video. From now on we'll just talk about the major scales. Alright, okay, major scales. So two sharps will give me the scale of D major. And let me show you how that works. Now look at the first sharp. That's the sharp for the note F. Here it is written. And this will move up the note F to F sharp. Right? Okay, but this goes for all Fs that exist. So in the first position we also have this F. And that same sharp will move up this note to F sharp as well. Okay? Now we have another sharp, and that is for the note C, and it's written down at this position. And this will move up the note from C to C sharp. And there's another C right here. And it will move up to C sharp as well. And this one as well. So all the C's, all the F's are moved up to C sharp and F sharp. And that gives me the notes for the scale of D major. Before we start playing the scales, we should look at the formula of a major scale. And to do that, we have to look at the intervals. An interval is the distance between two notes. We have a whole distance and we have a half distance. So the half distance is the same as one semitone, and the whole distance is equal to two semitones. If we have a half distance, one semitone, you can see on the piano there's no black key in between. And on the violin that would mean the fingers are against each other on the fingerboard. And if we have a whole distance, on the piano you can see there's a half note in between, a black key in between. And on the violin that would mean our fingers are separate from each other on the fingerboard. And now looking at the formula of a major scale, we start off with the root note, then we get a whole distance, a whole distance, a half distance, then we get a whole distance, a whole distance, a whole distance, and finally a half distance. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's the formula for a major scale. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to play the scale of D major with these sharps. D, E. Now we've got the first sharp, the F sharp, G, A, B, here's the C sharp. Two sharps, key of D major. Say we have three flats in it, three flats. It tells me we're in the scale in the key of E flat major. Well, here's the E flat major, so we start the scale with the E flat, the root note. Let's take a look at the notes. We've got three flats in here. So the first flat is already taken, E flat, F, G, here's the A flat, and here's the B flat, C, D, and E flat. So we have the flat for the B, we have the flat for the E, and we have the flat for the A. 3 flats, okay? That gives us a scale of E flat major. So that's how it works. And now comes the crucial point. How are we going to figure out which scale has how many sharps or how many flats? And that's where we get to the circle of fifths. Here it is, the circle of fifths. And we'll start with no flats, no sharps. Then we're in the key of C, C major. Let me give you that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. No flats, no sharps. Okay, now, why is it called the circle of fifths? Because we're going to move up 5 or we're going to move down 5 notes at a time. So let's move up first. So we go that way, that is clockwise. And if we go from C, 5 up, we get to the note G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An interval of 5, a perfect fifth. And the perfect fifth can also be calculated as 7 semitones. So from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get to G, 5 up. Okay. Now when we go that way, we go 5 up that way. Every time we do that, we'll add 1 sharp. So we went from C to G, and that is 5 up, so we're going to add 1 sharp. So we've got 1 sharp now, and the key of G has 1 sharp. Only the sharp of the note F. Well, it's written down here. Moves up the note to F sharp, but this one as well. Now let me play you the scale of G. G, A, B, C, D, E, and here comes the sharp. Got it? So the key of G has 1 sharp, and the note F moves up to F sharp. Okay. Now let's go further again. We move 5 up. So we're in G. We're going to move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D, we're at D. So if we move 5 up, we add a sharp. Now we have 2 sharps. Well, I showed you the scale of D. We're in D. Yes, we're in D. 2 sharps, key of D major, right? Okay, now let's move up further. From D we go 5 up. We're at A. A has 3 sharps in it. Let's check that out. Scale of A. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and note A. 3 sharps. Key of A. Moving up again. From A we go to 5 up. We're in the key of E. Well, add up another sharp again. We've got 4 sharps now. 4 sharps. Let's count them. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E again. 4 sharps. Gives us the notes for the key of E, E major. Okay. Moving on from E, 5 up, we are in B. B has 5 sharps. Moving on from B, F sharp. Let's take a look at that one. F sharp, 6 sharps. Yes, 6 sharps in the key of F sharp. Let me start here. F sharp, that's the first sharp already. G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, and F sharp. Got it? 6 sharps gives us the key of F sharp major. Now that's how we go clockwise, right? Now let's go the other way, counterclockwise. we go down with 5 notes. And if we go down by 5 notes, we add a flat, right? So starting at the C, C didn't have any sharps or flats. We go down 5 notes. We get to the note F and we add a flat, right? So the key of F has 1 flat, and that is the flat for the note B. You can see it written down on this position, and it lowers this note with a semitone, B flat. That is the flat in the key of F. So let's just take a look at the scale. I started with F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. B flat. 1 flat in the key of F, right? Moving down again 5 notes, we come to B flat. So we add a flat to it. So I say the key of B flat contains 2 flats. Let's check which ones they are. Well, the first one already, B flat, C, D, E flat, B flat. So we have a B flat and an E flat in the scale of B flat. Got it? Okay. Moving down with 5 from B flat, E flat. So E flat, we add a flat to it. E flat has 3 flats in it. Flat, flat, flat. So the key of E flat major has 3 flats. Well, starts with the first one already. It's the E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. We have E flat. 3 flats. Moving down again from E flat. Moving down 5, we get to A flat. Okay. A flat, 4 flats, right? We added a flat to it. Let's check which ones they are. A flat, of course. B flat. C. D flat. E flat, F, G, and of course the A flat again. 4 flats. Moving down from A flat, well, let's go from this one. We're at D flat, adding 1 flat and we get 5 flats. Low third. That's D flat, scale of D flat. And the last one, moving down 5 notes again from D flat. I'll take this one. This is D flat. Moving down, we're at G flat. It's quite complicated, right? It's okay, huh? 6 flats. Wow, we got 6 flats in the key of G flat. Let's check the scale. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, and G flat again. Okay, so let's take a look at the 6 sharps and the 6 flats. The 6 sharps is the key of F sharp, and the 6 flats the key of G flat. And hey, isn't that the same note? Sort of. On the piano, definitely. On the violin, well, okay, let's give you that one. I'll show you the position of F sharp. So F sharp, it's that note, okay? F sharp is that note. But if I look at G and I go G flat, it's the same note, sort of, okay? It's just a different name. So in some cases, if we use sharps, we would call it F sharp. If we're using flats, we'd call it G flat. Now that's an issue for later on, something to do with the correct spelling, the correct name for the note. All right? Okay. Okay, those were the major scales. Now let's take a look at the minor scales. Every major scale has a parallel minor scale. Both scales use exactly the same notes, but they start at a different point. That's it. Let me show you. We'll do with the major scale of C, because it has no flats, no sharps in it. C. D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Okay, if I go down a minor third from C, a minor third would mean 3 semitones. From here, 1, 2, 3, we are at the note A. So if I start the same scale on the note A, I get A minor. The same notes as C major, exactly the same notes. Let me show you. So I start with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. A minor. And you heard me, no sharps, no flats. So that's the same scale as the scale of C. Same notes, just started a minor third lower. See? Scale of C. Minor third lower. A minor. So A minor does not have any sharps or flats in it, just like its parallel C major. C major, A minor are each other's parallel. That's how it works. And this goes for every major scale parallel to the minor. Let's take a look at the next one. We go that way again, 1 sharp. We have G, G major, 1 sharp. Here's the sharp. We go down a minor third, so 3 semitones. We come to E, using the same notes, E. Here's the F sharp. Minor, E minor. Let's take a look at the flats, for example. E major, E flat major, E flat major. We've got 3 flats in it. Go down a minor third. C minor. C minor is exactly the same scale as E flat major, but just a different starting point. So basically it is that the minor scale lies a minor third below the major scale. The minor scale lies a minor third below the major scale, and they use the same notes. So parallels, right? Okay, parallel. Okay, now comes the big question. Are we playing in the major key or are we playing in the minor key? It's one of both. How to determine that? So we have the key in our last example with 3 flats, E flat, or in which key am I playing? Rule of thumb coming up. Look at the last note of the piece you're playing. Check the last note. That mostly reveals your key, because that would be the root note. So if I would be playing this, I'm ending with E flat. So that would be E flat major, right? But now, for instance, I have this example. With the same key signature, I'm ending on a C. So 3 flats could be E flat major or C minor. And I ended with C, so I was playing in the key of C minor. Okay, another example. No flats, no sharps, we're in the key of C major or A minor. You determine. I ended with an A, so this little fragment was in A minor. Right? If I would have played something like this, I'm ending with a C. No sharps, no flats, ending with a C. We're in C major. So that's how you can determine which key you were playing in the major scale or in its parallel minor scale. Look at the last note. It's mostly the root note. Root note, right? Not always, but mostly it is. It's gonna get you there most of the time. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button to get notified on all new videos that are posted. And if you really like this all, go to creativeviolin.com. There you'll find everything. Hope to see you there.